I didn't know this. This is Michigan's gain was Alaska's loss. The Michigan militia founder Norm Olson, he went up to Alaska, and he's part of the Drop Zone Security Services protecting Alaska Republican candidate Joe Miller.
I've read about this.
Yeah,
so
who thinks that there shouldn't be a minimum wage and all of this stuff.
Yeah, another sweetheart.
None of these Tea Party people believe in global warming. And increasingly, the tea bagger leaders are being tied into these white racist parties. I'm not talking about the average bagger, although not too many people any longer are going to proudly say, I'm a racist.
Well, but, I think they...
But that's who they're drawing support from. But here's what I want to ask people. Any of you baggers or just any of you Republicans, given the fact that the Chamber of Commerce has interests of these big corporations, in fact, it's being paid essentially to promote the interests of these big corporations and these financial institutions, all the people that have either caused and or are benefiting from what's gone on, do you really, really believe that they have any concern for your interests whatsoever? Anything smaller than their world of...
On any level.
On any level.
Yeah, throw it out. We're here.
Personal, cultural, political. I've said this before. I mean, somebody that lives like in Juline's neighborhood, or somebody that lives in Southgate or East Point or something like that, good, solid working class districts that are actually going to vote for some of these people or the equivalent in other states. I mean, you really are just cannon fodder for these people and their interests. These Koch brothers, who are partly, they're just nuts.
They're completely nuts.
Because one of the things is they could go for the whole liberal program and high taxes and taxes on their corporation, and they'd still be billionaires. I mean, They got so many billions. It's like their hobby.
They're just throwing it around.
Yeah, and they don't want...
Politically.
And they're backing the tea baggers. I mean, these billionaires are backing this...
Billionaire baggers.
Billionaire baggers. Wow.
Scary.
All right. Oh, hey, I want to get this man on the air right now, and I'll leave it up to him whether he wants to give his last name. It's Greg calling from Royal Oak, and he's doing something. Greg, welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. Thank you for my call.
You are a peacenik.
Peacenik is the name of the nonprofit organization I started.
And that's N-I-C-K.
N-I-C-K. It's a play on the word peacenik, which was N-I-K, but my little boy is named Nicholas, and that picture, which is used on our logo, it was just an accidental picture I took of him, and I thought it was great with a thumbs up. So
love it.
So you guys are doing stuff. Tell us what's going to be happening on October 30th.
Well, we're kind of piggybacking with Jon Stewart's rally to restore sanity. To give you a brief introduction of Peacenik, what we are is a Michigan nonprofit that I started, and our mission statement is promoting peace through education, poverty reduction, environmental protections, and social justice. And our objective is to raise funds and awareness for other nonprofits and charities that fall under the scope of one of those mission statements.
That's great. Yeah, go ahead. You've got an event going. In fact, let me see. How is it? 8 hours more?
Well, we're going to start at noon because the rally in D.C. is noon to 3, and we're going to live stream it and show it on a movie screen. And then afterwards, we'll have discussion and speakers, and we might show a documentary or two.
This is the Phoenix in Hazel Park on John R.
That's right.
Yeah.
Phoenix Cafe, just south of 10 Mile on John R.
And then beginning at 8 o'clock, there's going to be music and art display. And your band, the Insurgency, is going to play?
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's a host of other bands, all great music. So, yeah, everyone come on out and enjoy. And if you can, come on out for the discussion. What we need is some real discussion instead of this insanity that's going on with this Tea Party. And, I mean, there is no discussion. It's so divisive and just ad hominem attacks, and we need to sit down and discuss and talk about issues and really, like you said earlier, do you really think that they're looking after you or?
Yeah, no, they're looking after their own, the people that are, well, what's the old phrase? He who pays the piper calls the tune, and it's the ultra-rich billionaires that are calling the tune for the teabaggers. And and what's going to occur? They're going to essentially get mainstream Republicans in there that want less regulation, like for the Coke industry, so they can do more environmental damage with their energy industries and what have you. Also, though, let's get back a little to this rally to restore sanity. Yours has a political character to it, which I completely agree with, and I'm pleased to have, by the way, to have a link to PEACENIC, which is PEACENICK.org on my website, peterwerbe.com. But Jon Stewart says this is not a political rally. But what I don't understand. What's he going to do there?
I'm not really sure either. That's what we're looking forward to viewing and watching.
Yeah, and I think the idea of some documentaries and some discussion is good. So that's terrific, and I think this kind of effort is important because one thing you have to give it to the Tea Party is they're organized. I mean, sure, they've had this influx of billions of dollars, but the real movements in this country that have occurred, since the anti-slavery movement began in the 1830s, 1840s, has always been generated at a grassroots level, an authentic grassroots level. They call the teabaggers are essentially what they call an astroturf movement. It gives the appearance of a natural movement, but in fact, what's going on is they're being funded by these ultra wealthy right wingers. So
right, and stoking their emotions.
Yeah. So let's go over one more time. It's Saturday, October 30th, and the group peacenic.org, and it's with a K, so it's like peacenic.org. And there's also a Facebook page for it as well. There's going to be a rally to restore sanity. It's going to mirror the one that Jon Stewart is holding in Washington, D.C. It's going to be at the Phoenix Cafe. That's 24918 John R. in Hazel Park. What's the mile road there?
10 Mile.
10 Mile. Okay.
Just south of 10 Mile.
I've never been there, but I'm going to check it out. I will definitely stop by.
Well, that would be great.
And I'd like to get some night call listeners there as well. You can, if you've missed all of this, you can either go to peacenic.org or my website, peterwerbe, WERBE.com. Well, Greg, thank you so much, and it'll be a pleasure to come out there and shake your hand.
Well, thank you, and thank you so much, Juline and Peter, for being voices of reason, which we have so little of.
All right, Greg, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye now.